It's only the first working day since the polls, and Malaysia is already starting to see the impact across top government agencies and government-linked firms. For starters, Attorney General Tan Sri Muhammad Apandi Ali, who has been in the limelight for his role in an aborted probe into 1MDB, has been told to take a leave of absence. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says Apandi will be temporarily replaced by the Solicitor General. Meanwhile, MACC Chief Commissioner Dato Zulkifli Ahmad submitted his resignation today. Mahathir hopes to appoint his successor tomorrow. Also mirrored in 1MDB's turmoil is Treasury Secretary General Tan Sri Irwan Siriga Abdullah, who has been transferred to the Public Service Department with immediate effect, according to a Bernama report. Irwan is also the chairman of 1MDB. Elsewhere, veteran UMNO politician Tan Sri Syariah Samad has stepped down as FELDA chairman. He said it was only right that he resign as he was appointed by the previous administration. It was a wild rollercoaster ride for the local market this morning following last week's shock election results. The FBM KLCI slid by over 2% with a sharp sell down in shares of firms perceived to be linked to Barisan Nasional. CIMB, for instance, which hit RM7.39 pre-elections, tumbled to as low as RM6 before paring losses. MyEG saw over RM2.7 billion wiped out from its market cap, while Utusan Melayu shares plunged to a 5-year low before recovering slightly at the close. However, the overall market turned mildly positive following the initial volatility, ending the day up 0.2% at 1,850.42. The Securities Commission seemed optimistic, saying it is fairly positive on the market's medium-term outlook. Chairman Tan Sri Ranjit Ajit Singh says the overall calm reaffirms that there is very strong leadership and signal by the administration in terms of pro-business policies. He also points out that Malaysia has a very resilient capital market at RM3.2 trillion. SP Setia's first quarter FY18 net profit plunged 45% to RM61.49 million versus RM112.12 million last year. Revenue declined 36% to RM655.5 million as opposed to RM1.03 billion a year ago. According to SP Setia, the top-line drop was due in part to the majority of units in Park Melbourne being settled in previous quarters. However, local projects were progressing on schedule. The group said it had secured sales of RM1.11 billion for first quarter FY18. President and CEO Dato' Khor Chap Jen says that number was within expectations and is proof that its strategy to roll out more mid-range properties was working. With a sustained momentum and strong sales achieved to date, the group is confident in meeting its sales target of RM5 billion for FY18. Digi.com is expecting a flat low single-digit revenue decline for FY18. Chief Financial Officer Nako Senggal explains that this is due to the competitive environment, the impact of the mobile termination rate, as well as voice data cannibalization. However, he does not see its nominal EBITDA margin to differ from 2017. The telco expects to grow its internet revenue, which is a more sustainable business going into 2018 onwards. It will also focus on increasing data adoption and usage for postpaid and prepaid users. Gabungan AQRS is unperturbed by the government's plan to review mega infrastructure projects such as the ECRL. Group CEO Dato' Azizan Jaafar says investors have the perception that uncertainty over such projects will affect the company. However, the reality is those projects were never in its books anyway. He stressed that the group's current order book of RM2.7 billion would give it earnings visibility over the next 3 years. The group is also maintaining its tender book target of RM1.5 billion this year. The stock fell 30% today to close at RM1.12.